All right, so how complicated is this going to make my tax return, Tim?
Not complicated at all, fairly simple. First thing we have to look at is what were you doing for investments inside the plan? If you're doing just run-of-the-mill investments, buying stocks, bonds, buying homes, not flipping them, they're just doing a buy and hold, just doing hard money loans, making loans, it's going to be really simple. If you're doing flips or if you're running a business and we had that dreaded U-bit, then you got to file something called a 990T if you made over $1,000 of business income. But if you didn't make any business income, any rapid flipping of properties or what have you, we don't need to mess around with 990T. Then each year that the plan has over $250,000 of assets in it, you're going to need to file a 5500 EZ. And that's a super simple form, front and back. We charge people, I think, $200 to do that. And I almost feel guilty. It's so simple of a form. So if you can do any tax returns on your own at all, you can do the 5500 EZ. By the way, some people, their accountants try to say, oh, use a 5500 SF because that's really easy for the accountant to file. Don't do that. You can't use that actually. There's a lot of people who have inaccurately filed those things and that's going to cause a lot of hurt. So make sure you use the 5500 EZ. And last thing, make sure that if your plan is in a partnership with somebody, that partnership files the 1065 because we've had a lot of people who their plans were in partnerships. They didn't file 1065s and now the IRS charges hundreds of dollars in penalties per month that you don't file. So that can be a little bit of a disaster.
All this stuff is done at the end of the year. Could you have different fiscal years? Can you have a different fiscal year than the end of the year itself?
You could have a different fiscal year, but gosh, we deal with thousands of these plans and we have yet to have someone actually do that.
Yeah, I was just thinking if you did it sometime other than the busy time for all us business people that have tax returns from this business and that business. I mean, if you're at that level, it might be nice to have something that's not at the end of the year. You know?
I got great news for you, Mitch. For the 5500s, those aren't due when everything else is due. Those typically aren't due till June or July. And so you can also get an extension on those, pushing them out to September or October. So they're not due in April. Once you do all your personal stuff in April, you can sit back, relax, and then knock out these wonderful, exciting forms a couple months later down the road.